December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor. Hundreds of Japanese planes swarm the sky. Battleships are going up like the world's worst 4th of July, and it is, by every measure, a catastrophically bad Sunday. Now let's ruin the timeline. Because parked on the tarmac, tucked under a tarp like Grandma's forgotten lawnmower, is something nobody in 1941 could possibly understand. An F-22 Raptor, a stealth fighter dropped into a war it was never built for. So the question is simple. What happens when you unleash the most advanced jet on Earth into one of the most infamous attacks in history? Can one plane save the day? Or is this just a very expensive way to lose? Let's find out. First, meet our guest of honor. The F-22 cruises at Mach 1.5 without even bothering with afterburners. That's over 1,100 miles an hour, faster than anything in 1941, faster than the news of the attack, and frankly faster than anyone's ability to explain it. It's nearly invisible to radar, which is a hilarious flex in a year when they barely have radar, and it is armed like it's expecting the end of the world. 6 AMRAAM missiles that hit targets 50 to 100 miles out, 2 Sidewinders for when things get personal, and 1 20mm Vulcan cannon that fires 100 rounds a second, which is less gun and more lawnmower of doom. Its radar tracks over 20 targets at once and shoots them before they even know it's Sunday. But, big but, it is not invincible. No ground crew, no spare parts, no modern fuel. In 1941, nobody can fix it, refuel it, or figure out which end goes first. The Raptor gets one shot at glory, and then it's a very sleek paperweight. Now, the other team. Japan launched 353 aircraft in 2 waves, mostly A6M Zeros, plus torpedo and dive bombers. And look, for 1941 the Zero was genuinely impressive. Fast, nimble, topped out around 330 miles an hour, which is adorable. The bombers were even slower, wheezing along at 230, a speed the F-22 could hit while parked. These planes had no computers, no radar, no guided missiles. Everything was done by hand. The aiming, the navigating, probably the snacks. To hit something, a pilot had to see it, get close, and hope. Their whole strategy was tight formations and overwhelming numbers. And back then, it worked, because nobody was ready for it. This time, somebody is, and he's very, very caffeinated. First wave, 183 planes, skimming low over the water, feeling great about themselves. The Raptor takes off, climbs to altitude in seconds, and scans the horizon like a bouncer checking IDs. Within moments, it's locked onto multiple targets from 30 miles out. The Japanese pilots see nothing, hear nothing, suspect nothing. Then, missiles. The first AMRAAM streaks out, and 1 second the formation is tight and proud. The next second, 3 planes have simply left the chat. No warning, no return fire. Just vibes, and then vaporization. Bombers scatter, fighters spin off hunting a threat they can't see, because it's 12 miles away sipping metaphorical coffee. By the time anyone realizes something is deeply wrong, a dozen planes are gone. And the best part? They still haven't even seen the jet. Imagine losing a fight to a ghost with a radar signature smaller than a marble. But here comes Wave 2, another 170 planes on the same flight path. Except now the surprise is over. Alarms are blaring, soldiers are sprinting to the anti-aircraft guns, and up above, one extremely smug jet is rewriting the whole battle. Problem is, there are over 300 enemy planes up there, and no amount of stealth lets you be in 10 places at once. The F-22 is winning gloriously, but it's still one plane. Every time it chases a fighter up high, more bombers sneak through down low. It's like guarding a buffet with a single very fast waiter. And here's where physics ruins the party. The Raptor flies a long way when it's cruising politely. But dogfighting? It drinks fuel like a college freshman at an open bar. After 30, maybe 40 minutes, it either lands or falls out of the sky. And landing is where the real nightmare starts. The F-22 runs on JP-8 jet fuel, which does not exist in 1941. So even if it touches down perfectly, there is no gas station on Earth that can help it. It can't be rearmed either. Its missiles won't be invented for decades, and if you handed one to a 1941 mechanic, he'd probably try to fix it with a wrench and a prayer. One sensor hiccups, and the most advanced aircraft in history is taken down by a bad day. Meanwhile, the Japanese carriers are right offshore, stocked with fuel, bombs, and crews who rehearse this attack down to the second. They can rearm and relaunch all afternoon. The Raptor gets one round. That's the whole deal. So, can one F-22 actually stop Pearl Harbor? Short answer, no. Slightly longer answer, no. But it'd make a heck of a dent. Pearl Harbor wasn't just an air battle. It was a coordinated strike on ships, airfields, everything. In reality, 8 battleships were hit, 188 aircraft were destroyed on the ground, and more than 2,400 Americans lost their lives. Could one jet change that? Some of it. If every missile lands and the cannon does its job, the Raptor realistically takes out 10 to 13 planes. Enough to wreck a formation, not enough to stop an armada. Focus on the bombers before they reach the ships, and it could save vessels and save lives. But it can't be everywhere. Too many planes, too many angles. Some bombers get through, some ships still take hits. It changes the size of the disaster, not the fact that it happened, but the psychological damage. Chef's kiss. Picture being a Japanese pilot, watching your friends vanish before you even spot an enemy. The plan just falls apart. Now picture the American troops looking up, seeing an impossible machine swatting planes out of the sky, with no idea what it is, only that, thank goodness, it's on their side. It wouldn't stop the attack, but it would rattle the attackers, lift morale, and turn pure panic into a real fighting chance. The war still starts. It just doesn't start the same. Anyway, what do you think? And hey, ever wonder what happens when a Roman legion charges a World War II bunker? Yeah, watch that one on screen. Thanks for watching.